The weekend, it was revealed that 2 unnamed dancers have not had the COVID vaccine, and it's caused a bit of a stir behind the scenes. The Sun newspaper claimed that some celebrities had even raised concerns about being paired with the dancers. But since the show launched on Saturday, it's not known if the dancers were chosen in the final lineup. A BBC spokesperson said they do not comment on speculation, but because it is a close contact competition, their COVID protocol means pro dancers stay at a hotel and are tested multiple times a week. But is that enough to avoid an outbreak, or should the unvaccinated dancers be shown the door? What do you think, Gemma?
Well, I'm going to come at this from a showbiz point of view, right? And showbiz is brutal and you're replaceable. Everybody is. And if you don't realise that, you won't work, OK? Which is why you should be nice to people. OK, lecture over. So with these dancers, they're obviously incredibly talented and they're picked for their talent. But if they're, you could replace them. So I understand that this is down to the producers just trying to make a show. And they want to be as few hiccups as possible. And you can understand that in a close contact thing, if there's a celebrity who feels like, well, I definitely want to improve my chances of staying in this competition, fair enough. To say, look, if you're not vaccinated, we'll have somebody who is, I think. And that's not the debate about whether you should get vaccinated or not. But in terms of the producers being able to play that card, I've got jobs because I haven't got the right colour of hair.
I see. So your concern is not so much about spreading it, it's about the fact that they're more likely to get knocked out by COVID during the contest if they're unvaccinated.
Just, they've got a big stressful production to run. So I understand by minimising any stresses that they can, if there's people who are making their partners feel uncomfortable, then get someone else. That's just the nature of working in TV. It's really harsh.
What I think, I don't know, but what I think may have happened is the pairings may have been done before they found this out. So it might be that once the pairings are done, then the celebs say, wait, I didn't really want an unvaccinated person. Now, do you think they should then hoik out the unvaccinated pros, Emily?
Absolutely not. I could see slightly the fact that it's, it's obviously a private, well, it's the BBC, isn't it? So it's not even a private enterprise, it's a public broadcaster. I don't think that people should be booted out of a job because they haven't had a particular medical procedure. I do wonder how we got to this point.
Well, we're already doing that in care homes. We're already doing that.
It feels like a bit of a national witch hunt at this point, where the media is, who could it be? Who could it be who hasn't had the vaccination? These people are being tested multiple times a week. We've just seen from the statement. Surely that is better than being vaccinated, because with a vaccination, we know, unfortunately, you can still get the virus, you can still transmit it. Being tested, at least we don't know that they don't have it. I think this is so disturbing, and it's driving a wedge. Can't you see it? This is all driving a wedge between people, and it's nasty.
The virologist Chris Smith, to whom we've talked a lot, told us that it's 60% less likely you get infected if you're vaccinated. So you're much less likely to get it.
Well, that's
and
why
therefore,
we get the vaccination, right? I mean,
yeah,
but also, if you're hurt that easily, don't work in this business, because there's jobs you go for and they go, no, you're not right, we're looking for someone with blonde hair, or you need to lose weight, or we're going to choose that person because they're better than you. I mean, I know
there's a lot of athletes though, and these people are pretty much athletes, aren't they, who don't want to take a jab simply because they don't want to put anything into their body. They like the way that their body is right now.
It's not going to stop them
disturbed by
dancing.
wanting to put something else. Yes, but they don't want to risk anything, right? And I just think people should be free to
the contraceptive pill,
and this is just another
insulin. I mean, what
McDonald's?
sort of exactly McDonald's?
What's wrong with the testing compromise, which they're doing already?
Yeah,
nobody's saying you have to get the jab. It would be them saying, oh, you haven't got the jab, this person's uncomfortable with that, so we're using someone else.
Well, that's essentially, trying to coerce them into getting the jab.
Yeah.
No, it isn't, because they can then just go.
Well, but they don't want to go. It's their job, isn't it?
Is it fair, Gemma, to say, let's say they found out a week ago that a pro dancer is unvaccinated, and they say to that pro dancer, right, this is tricky because we're going to have to tell the celebs that you're not vaccinated, and they're probably going to say they don't want you.
Why do they have to tell the celebs that?
Well,
you're not supposed
they've got
to
a
disclose
duty
people's
to.
medical... No, they don't.
Surely.
No, they don't. You don't have to. An employer does not have to disclose.
So if I come in here with COVID, I don't have to tell anyone.
Pardon? No, you do if you have the virus.
Right.
Okay, so what happened if they...
That's in the government's guidance, isn't it?
What happened if they didn't tell them, and then, just say hypothetically, they did then get COVID?
That would be a failure of the testing process, which they should be doing, right? Which they say they're doing.
Let's say the testing process doesn't pick it up.
You can get the vaccine. You can get the virus with the vaccine. It's easily that a celebrity could get it from, you know, one of their mates.
I think this is a very sort of unique set of circumstances. It would be a bit like somebody saying, I'm going to go and I'm a celebrity, but I'm not going to eat insects or do any of the trials.
But in
No,
the
it's
end,
not.
they are
It's a close
in the end,
contact
Gemma,
sport.
they are there to dance. And the problem with your view, which is that if someone's unvaccinated, you just throw them out the nearest window, is that they might be the best dancer in the world.
I just hate
They
this.
might be the best dancer in the world.
Okay, so then what you do, you sit down, you have an adult conversation. What I do think is correct is the BBC aren't saying who it is, for starters, because that would be a horrible witch hunt. I agree with you. I don't think these people should be personally attacked.
the celebs should
without
know,
a
shouldn't
decision.
they?
But I think within the confines of the production, if there is a partner of a certain age and stage and they want to know, I think fair enough.
OK, let's get calls on this. I'm really interested to see what the viewers think. And the key question is this for you, is whether Strictly should say, look, if you're not vaccinated, you can't dance.